Η τουριστική περίοδος έχει πλέον αρχίσει και με αφορμή τις επερχόμενες ευρωεκλογές Κυριακής, το 7TV βγήκε στους δρόμους και συνάντησε Ευρωπαίους πολίτες για να μας μιλήσουν για την Ευρωπαϊκή Ένωση και τα προβλήματά της. Are you satisfied with the European Union?
Yes, we are.
Do you think that there is some problems that must be solved so the European Union work even better?
Of course, there are always problems to be solved. Running a big new thing is always difficult, so there are always startup problems.
What is the biggest problem that it must be solved so the European Union works better for all the people in Europe?
I think the wealth needs to be distributed evenly amongst the member states, and work, of course, a lot of work.
Are you satisfied with the European Union?
No, I think the concept of the European Union is fundamentally flawed.
What do you think it must be changed so it really can be a European Union?
Well, I believe that all nations in Europe have a fundamentally different need, different requirement. All nations are different. To try and unionise Greece with England, with Germany, with France is wrong.
So you think that we should not be a union?
Yeah, I think so. Back to independence, I say.
Are you satisfied with the European Union?
In all honesty, probably not overall.
What do you think is the biggest problem that the European Union have?
There seems, from what I read and hear, there seems to be an awful lot of wasted resources, a lot of money going into jobs that aren't really producing anything for Europe, a lot of administration, a lot of bureaucracy.
Do you think that there is a solution in this problem?
There has to be a solution. I'm not exactly sure what that solution is, but I think it does have to be looked into by the people who are running it and are involved in that organisation, yeah.
Are you satisfied with the European Union?
Mostly, yes.
What do you think is a problem that it must be solved so the European Union works even better?
To be honest, it's up to the governments to decide that.
Okay, so you think the European Union works so good, so nothing must be changed?
Now there's things that have got to be changed. Everything's got to be changed at some point, but like I say, it's up to the governments to do that. We vote for governments in. It's up to us to let them decide what they need to do.
Are you satisfied with the way that the European Union works?
Yes, overall I'm quite happy with it. It's fine.
Do you think that there is a problem that must be solved so the European Union works even better?
I think the size of it, the infrastructure in Brussels is quite big, so there could be money savings if they didn't move from Brussels to Strasbourg every few weeks, just had one parliament in one place.
So you think that the European Union must be a little bit smaller?
Not necessarily smaller, but do things a bit smarter. So in Greece, you don't move your government from Athens to Kefalonia and back to Athens every 1 or 2 weeks. So why does the European Union need to move parliaments every 1 or 2 weeks?
Are you satisfied with the way that the European Union works?
I think so, yeah, in general.
Do you think that the Europe it's even for all the people who live in it?
No, possibly not, no.
What do you think it changed from country to country?
I think from Great Britain, where you've got national health service and everything like that, a lot of other countries don't have that, so it's lacking in a lot of ways, yeah. A lot of benefit services in Britain and whatever towards other countries, yeah.
Do you think that there is a solution so the Europe will be even for all the countries?
Well, the EU is supposed to do that, isn't it, really?
Are you satisfied with the way that the European Union works?
I believe so, yeah. Quite happy with... Do you mean Kefalonia in general, or whole of Europe, or...?
Whole of Europe.
Whole of Europe, I think so, yeah.
Do you think that there is a problem that must be solved so the Europe works even better?
Difficult question. I don't know, to be honest.
So, you think that there is no problem at all, or that you are not sure what problem must be solved so the Europe works better?
I'm sure there are problems, but I'd leave that to the politicians, I guess, to fight it out. I'm quite happy, I think.
Are you satisfied with the way that the European Union works?
Not exactly. I think the European Union needs a bit of reform, but I'm still in favour of it. I don't think it would be a good thing if the smaller nations separated. I think there is still a lot of value to be had from staying in the European Union, but it mustn't be dominated by the larger countries.
What do you think it's the biggest problem that must be solved so the Europe works even better?
Oh, that's a very difficult question. I think the biggest problem is the monetary union has not worked particularly well, and many countries are so much in debt that it's very difficult now for them to get out of the debt.